to that produced by Stephen Bunting. In fact, 96.64 was the final average.
46.
There were only 2 players in the tournament that actually averaged 3 figures on day 1. One of them was actually on this board. Niels Zonneveld.
140.
He did play really well towards the end, didn't he?
And the other is a player that's playing really well towards the end of this year, James Wade. Over on the main stage, but we'll have him on this stage
61.
this afternoon.
Stephen
Match
Reed
9 of
Wire,
our
100.
coverage.
And this is a tournament that Bunting hasn't won before. Neither has Wade. But
Game
Stephen's
shot
got a
in the
2-0
second
lead
leg.
against the dangerous Van Veen. Close, seeded type matches. And what I mean by that is, Bunting is the number 16 seed here. Van Veen is number 17. Look down our fixtures for today. You've got Joyce against Cullen, and it's actually Joyce who's the higher seed.
Yeah, and as people might think, well, that's how it should go. Well, not necessarily in this tournament, because it's not the same as the world rankings. Stephen Bunting here looked for another one of those. That is a fantastic dart. And that is an incredible finish from Stephen Bunting. When you consider...
One of the reasons why Van Veen is such a gifted darter is because the dart does a dance in his hands before it's even thrown. Look at the amount of twisting that's going on before the dart leaves his hand. There's a twist, and it twists on the way back as well. That just goes to show how much control he's got of that dart before he throws it. But he hasn't got control of this game.
No, not at all. Stephen Bunting's had that from the off. And this could be the end.
Game, shot.
Brilliant by Bunting. That is an electrifying performance and a stunning start to the Stage 2 action this afternoon.
Every first round of a tournament is difficult to put in a big performance. But I would classify that as very impressive. But there's definitely another level to his game.
Yeah, Ricardo Pietreczko, you may have seen him if you watched our Stage 2 coverage yesterday, beat Christian Kiss 6-1, but that doesn't tell the full story. Ryan Searle is definitely going to give him a much better game than Kiss was able to. We think hampered by some hand injury, because if you look closely at the end of the match, he couldn't shake hands with his normal hand. He was really struggling, Christian Kiss, and we put it down to that. Nobody's struggling here.
This game is ridiculous all of a sudden. Everyone's doing a bit of a point. Well, 41 after 9 for both. One mistake, Ricardo, and you might pay for it. Good guide for double 16. And he doesn't make a mistake. One of the best legs we've seen on the stage in the last couple of days.
Giving himself opportunities.
Very much so, and he's never felt better about his game. He's finding it very difficult to get rid of Ryan Searle, though. That's the problem. I mean, even Ricardo's laughing at this.
Yeah, because every time he hits one, Ryan Searle hits one back.
Don't hit one here.
Treble 13.
120.
I'll tell you why he wants to win this game more than anything else. Because he's never beaten Ryan Searle before in 3 attempts. He's been on the end of 3 hidings. But nothing of this sort of quality. Still a long way to go.
Don't miss. Ryan Searle can be dangerous. He's hit 4 180s in this game, Ryan Searle. We know he can find a couple of trebles. There's one of them. Treble 19, there's the other. Double 18. Oh, Super Searle slams in the finish and puts Pietreczko on the floor. Well, we've seen 5 180s for Ryan Searle.
Oh, he's going for another 9-darter. He had one at the slam. What kind of form is he in?
Back-to-back maximums to take his tally for the tie to 6.
To be only the second person to have hit a 9 on this stage in this tournament in its history, which would have had him join Alan Norris.
He fancied it, you can see that. What a display this is.
I thought yesterday was great fun. 16 great
90.
games of darts.
Ryan require 86.
But the way things have started today, it's as if we were chomping on trash yesterday, and today we've been given 3 Michelin stars.
Well, certainly a superstar in front of us in the form of
50.
Ryan Searle, and Ricardo Pietrezco's not far behind him. Both players averaging more than 105 in this game. 9 180s between them. We've seen that supersize, stupendous 153 finish that really got a grip on this game for this man.
Game
And he's
shot, the
keeping that
7th
grip.
leg.
And he's now
Ryan Searle,
one
right
leg
Ricardo
away
to
from a place
progress. Game on.
in the last 16. Another. He won't stop.
180.
Hit 3 in a row earlier in the match. Hit 2 in a row at another point to put himself on a potential 9-dart finish. Ryan Searle.
60.
But the 7th, the magnificent 7th maximum from Heavy Metal puts him on the brink of completing
140.
a brilliant, brilliant victory. 85 for the match.
78. Ryan require
I think Ricardo
85.
understands that he just doesn't have in his arsenal today what he needs to get rid of this man
Game,
who was just
shot,
too good.
and the match.
My word, that's a performance and a half. Searle just irresistible in taking out Pikachu, who's not going to find his way to the later session.
Well, the 170 is not going to go, but nor did it need to. We have seen him play Matt Campbell 4 times at the World
60.
Championship, but lost on each of those occasions. Mark McGeaney, Scott Waits, Adrian Lewis, and Danny Baggish beating Campbell in that tournament. He did play in this event
40.
last year.
Murray require
And he got through to the 3rd round.
That Scott Waits game, by the way, what a game. The kind of game that you would watch and repeat. This is double 16 for the Belgian.
Game Sean the second.
And he loves playing Matt Campbell, doesn't he? It's another early lead for Mario. Even if you find some of your best, you might not be good enough to take on these guys now because the standard has been lifted.
He's such a competitor, though, JP.
56.
Watched him in the World Seniors
Match
events.
require
And
167.
all of his matches go down to the wire. Whether he wins or loses, it's always right to the death.
Yeah, typically, John, though, he was never the highest averager, but he would
45.
find a way.
Well, can Campbell find a way back into this one? He was looking really good in this leg, but that last visit has just invited Van der Mahada back into it. May look at the bull.
105.
Sensible stuff
Match require
to leave himself on a
122.
slightly more favourable finish than Campbell's on. But it may go.
Another darted double. It's the smallest.
Game Sean
Doesn't
the fourth
matter.
leg.
Hot
Matt
sauce for the
Campbell.
Ginger Ninja.
PDC Major that he's qualified for and played in. In fact, he's only ever played in Minehead in PDC Major tournaments. UK Open the last 2 years and hasn't made
95.
any real progress. 3rd round, but that's nowhere near the last 16 where he'll be if he wins this match. This is a big day, a big moment for Mario.
76.
Yeah, well, let me put it to you this way. In qualifying for the World Darts Championship,
Murray
was
require
number 8
146.
in the list of 32. That's very high up. Much better than a lot of really good players. I'll talk about them in a second because Mario's on for this 146.
98.
Well, Campbell
Match require
will be hoping to be on
157.
for this 157. And he is. And he still is. And he wants tops. And he
James
gets
Sean
tops. Is that a
Sinclair.
table
Matt
turner?
Campbell.
Matt Campbell crashes in. A big finish.
Sandberg, it's Matt-
How about bullseye for finishers? No bullseyes at all.
60.
So over to you,
Match
Matt.
require
What have you got left?
120.
Can you stay in the tournament?
Could he go bull? Oh, he's found a way. How's he got that in there?
100.
But he couldn't find the double. Put it in the top left corner
Murray requires
after seemingly
72.
blocking a big portion of that treble 20 bed. But his route to round 3 may now be blocked.
50% on the doubles for Mario in this game. That's a 12. Is this a tops?
Game shot.
Fabulous performance from Mario van der Boghardt, and a third consecutive win against Matt Campbell this season.
He was one of the amateur qualifiers, wasn't he? He had that run, and most people then knew him for the man that Michael van Gerwen hit a 9-dart finish against, and was it a couple of 170s in that game as well?
Yeah, he could have been the answer to a quiz question at that point, but decided to create this rather impressive legacy that is nowhere near completed yet.
Yeah, who would have known on that day that just a couple of years later he'd be beating Van Gerwen in a world semi-final, one of the greatest games on the Ali Pali stage, and then going on to see off Phil Taylor.
One of. I'm not having that. It is the greatest Ali Pali game. There is no question about it in my eyes or ears or anything else. That is the greatest Ali Pali game because of just how incredible it was. Double 16 for Woody.
Game shot in the 5th leg.
Well, this isn't the greatest game for Rob Cross. That is for certain.
Cross is in this sort of situation in his career now where he doesn't have to worry about world rankings or where he'll be seeded for worlds and things like that. He just wants to win these things. He wants to get a World Grand Prix, a Grand Slam, another European title. Because he may wonder when he goes to bed at night, just what is my legacy going to be? Bullseye for Luke.
96.
Well, you feel that this could be the key moment in the match. If Rob Cross takes this out, it's very much a match. If he doesn't, it could be game over, effectively. Treble 19, that's what he needs. And now double 16. He's just got it, hasn't he? When his back's against the wall, he comes out swinging time and time again.
There were 18 Players' Championship winners this year. 18. That's quite a lot. Of the players that have been successful on this board today, Bunting hasn't won one this year. Neither has Mario van der Boghardt or Brendan Dolan. The only person who has won on this stage today, who has won a Players' Championship this season, is Ryan Searle. Double 18 for Cross. He's won a title this year. But if he's winning this game, he's going to need to be brilliant from here on out. Michael van Gerwen has won. And by my reckoning, it is a tournament record average of 118.52. One of the performances of the entire year. To beat Ross Smith by 6 legs to 1. More on that post this shot, or even after this match is concluded, because Luke Woodhouse is now on the cusp of eliminating one of the tournament favourites. It didn't take him long to get it done. Woodhouse was excellent. And as soon as Rob Cross had to admit that he did not find his doubles.
And will everybody start taking notice and start saying him for a 4th World Championship, Paul?
I think he'd swap a few of those PCF titles for another world title. He desperately wants that 4th. This is the time of year where your ranking and your career can change so much. Exponentially is probably the right word to use. 57 needed for a shot at tops. Beautiful line on that shot. Beautiful weight on that shot. And Clemens takes the lead.
Seems to have come from nowhere for Van Gerwen.
Weirdly, the last time he averaged that high in a ranking event was 2015, when he beat Gary Anderson in a European Tour final. That just goes to show how good that was from Michael today. He has got our attention all right. And right now, Josh is getting Gabe's attention.
180.
So much for 3-0, by the way. It's going to be 3-2 in a second.
Yeah, very quickly they turned it around. Had to hit that tops in the previous leg, did hit it. Now he's got time on his side and he hits double 16 as well. Josh Rock very much in this match. In fact, he's throwing now to tie up the match.
And everybody's getting in on the party now. When I said everybody, I meant everybody. This is fast turning into the kind of game we had with Searle against Pietreczko.
Oh, really good stuff, this. Can't take your eyes off it. It might amount to nothing. Double 6. Oh, that was wild.
That was quick. The rhythm was too quick on darts 2 and 3. Getting carried away, and he might be 4-2 down. That's incredible from Clemens.
Gabriel Clemens, 7th leg, Gabriel to throw first.
Thought he could squeeze it between the two. Thought he made the right decision there. Just got the wrong deflection.
Great response again from Rock.
Yeah, Rock is on 181 after 6, but who's first to a finish?
Yep, he's done it again. Nice nifty 50 there from Josh Rock, and that is a sublime setup shot. The 149 to leave himself on double 16 for a 10 dart leg. The previous leg was 11 by Clemens.
96. Josh, you require 32.
Sickening standard here in Red's bar. Whatever you do, Josh, don't miss. Look what Clemens has got. Oh my.
No score.
After all of the blitzing that's been going on in the treble 20, he could be 5-2 down.
But this is remarkable. It's clinical Clemens. Josh Rock producing stunning, staggering scoring in this game.
He's not stopping on that treble 20. He's had it on the end of a string. There you go. But what if Clemens hits a 180 and 115 out?
This is why, what we're talking about earlier, averages don't win matches, do they? And you've got to judge people on victories. We've seen the standard from Josh Rock, but can he turn it into a win? Or can Clemens just live with it? Oh, it's wonderful. A 106 out for Josh Rock.
I think we've had the purple patch. It's now about who can get themselves in a position to win the match. Sensible from Rock. Only way he needs the bullseye now is if he gets 420s. Should be the bull again. Again, very sensible, but getting the bullseye there makes that shot easier if he gets it.
He needs a bull. He doesn't get the ball, and Clemens has been cleaning these up. Well, what a game of darts this has been, and Josh Rock will not know what's hit him and how this has happened if he loses, but he is 2 darts at double. He only needs 1, and Gabriel Clemens defies darting delights from Josh Rock. A super Saturday at the Players' Championship Finals, and we're all here for it. I'm sure you are as well.
83.
Don't go anywhere. Who knows what more marvels and wonders await.
We've got a small matter
93.
of Johnny Clayton
Ryan,
after
you
this.
require 145.
And a certain James Wade. 2 players who have not won this tournament.
Oh, look at this. Double 14.
Game
Oh,
shown
that is
fourth
marvellous
leg.
from Ryan Joyce.
Just think about what Pietreczko was doing against Ryan Searle earlier. We can talk about how great Ryan was, but had it not been for
92.
2 key legs, where Pietreczko missed 3 darts at double, he could have been in front.
And then on the other side of the coin,
135.
where Gabriel Clemens did clean up those mid-range finishes against Josh Rock, that was the difference.
Here we've got two mid-range finishes.
Joe, you require 91.
Who gets it?
Went aggressive.
51.
There's his teeth there, Joe Cullen, in
Ryan, you require
frustration.
70.
He thinks this may go. And it may well go. Ryan Joyce in this area of the board is usually pretty handy.
Game shown the 6th
But he
leg.
showcases
Ryan
that.
Joyce.
And he
7th
restores
leg
that
is
two-leg
Jones to throw
advantage. Perfectly pitched from Ryan. And again.
139.
I like the bullseye with the last dart. Scores 145, he's on a 2-darter, scores the bullseye. It's 75.
130.
But then again, he has got his own ways of going.
106.
Where's he going here? Treble 18. Double 16 for the win.
74.
Agonisingly close, but Cullen
So you require
now
52.
has the opportunity. Same target,
20.
where you don't need me to put words
Ryan, you require 32.
to the pictures. Cullen boils over. And
Game,
Joyce gets over the line.
And the match. Ryan
A couple of
Joyce.
darts narrowly missed at double 16 by Cullen to force a decider, in which he would have had the darts.
Even that ton there looked very tidy. This is better than tidy.
100.
And our first ferret finger.
Yeah, his first match solved the match. But it may not matter if Zonneveld finds a treble 17. Next door neighbour shows us
160.
that he would have got the ball.
Johnny, you require 96.
Still has to get this. Zonneveld's in position to take the leg.
56.
And how many times have we said
Niels,
that
you
already in
require
this game?
45.
He's always in position to get it done. Double 14 again. He is leaving this if he can.
Takes his time over it. Wrong bed, but it's still possible. Double 3. And he gets
Game
it.
on the 5th leg.
And look at the
Niels
reaction
Zonneveld.
from Niels Zonneveld. The
6th leg,
relief.
Johnny to throw.
And he has beaten him the last 2 times they've played. When Niels was looking at the
100.
draw last night after beating Daryl Gurney, he'll have thought to himself, do you know what? I know that Clayton is the favourite here, but we're talking about a player
100.
that I've beaten a couple of times
Niels, you
before.
require
That will fill him full
84.
of confidence, and so will an 84 checkered for 5-2. Double 12. It
Game
is
on the
5-2.
7th leg. Niels Zonneveld.
This is like trying to
8th leg, it's Johnny
forecast
to
what's going to
throw.
happen next in a soap opera.
I was about to say Clayton looks like he's at least closing in on this leg, but then I saw that dart and then that one fly into that target. Oh, all of them. Zonneveld is closing in on the win.
I think Red's bar is in a state of shock, much like the commentary box.
100.
Well, they're seeing plenty of red hit, aren't they, in that treble 20. Carry on. And he can carry on. And he does carry on.
180.
And he may well be carrying on in this tournament.
That aggressive approach on the 60 instead of going for the 19s with dart 3 means that he's got
59.
single to double combination,
Niels, you require
which is to
59.
beat Johnny Clayton, to be in the last 16.
Game shot.
And Clayton
And
is
match.
conquered as Niels Zonneveld completes a really good display.
It was ridiculous. This is an international game now. Back then, not so much.
140.
26 out of 32.
There you go. 26 English players from 32. Now, when it comes to this tournament and the last 32,
134.
you've
James,
got
you
England, the
require
Netherlands,
121.
Northern Ireland, Australia, Germany, Ireland, Belgium, Scotland. Do you get what we're talking about?
He gets the
1-2.
ball.
There you go, 1-2-1 for a start.
James Wade.
Typical James Wade when he's playing well.
Second leg, it's James to throw first.
But he is very good at traversing the hockey left and right. He's done that his whole career.
97.
Good last from Lennon. He's first to a finish, but you would still say Wade is favourite for the leg.
These darts are starting to sit up a little bit nicer. more inviting for shots like that.
140.
Had the
Senior
dart that
required
he'd thrown first been the
164.
second one, he wouldn't have got that 140.
Just looks in complete control, James Wade. Is that going to change here?
117.
He's had some
Danger
mystifying
required
darts in
40.
this game, Lennon. One at tops and now one at the bull.
Game shot on the
And he
seventh
needs
leg.
4 straight legs from
James
here
Wade.
to make the last 16, because Wade is starting to find,
Eighth leg, it's James to throw first.
I want to call it a purple
Game
patch,
on.
but it's very dark red. We mentioned it earlier in the game. If he can figure it out and have a huge run here, or even win the title,
58.
then we've got to start
James
talking about whether
required
he possibly could win a
164.
world title.
Well, it's only 2 years ago that he got to another semi-final. James Wade at Ali Pali.
100.
Treble 8 will be calling his name in a matter of seconds. And after
59.
tiff on tops,
James required 64.
he'd love to finish the game on that double.
That's what he wants.
24.
One last fight with the
Senior
target.
required
Steve Lennon, remembering the last
164.
leg, hit a treble 20, a treble 18, then missed the bull for this combination. Will not be threatening the fanfare firework finish this time.
92. James required 40.
That might be the last foray for Lennon.
Game
And it
shot.
is,
And
because
match.
James Wade is
James
into the last
Wade.
16 of the Players' Championship finals.